Hey, it's Wei, and welcome to another Happy Snack at Noon here at the Six Figure Academy, where we specialize in helping entrepreneurs just like you increase your money flow, optimize your mindset, and more importantly, create life mastery. Now, this week, let's jump right into it. We're going to be talking, well, I'm going to be talking about a particular money story that most of us have bought into growing up. And that money story is the one that you probably know of, which is money can't buy happiness. Now, the challenge with that belief, the challenge with that story that if you believe to be true, is that money is such a big part of every single one of our lives. Most of us get up every single day thinking about what? Going to work or doing things for the sake of making money in order to what? Pay your bills, buy your food, do what you need to do to survive. And more importantly, hopefully get to a point where you go beyond surviving, you're thriving. Now, if there is a belief that money can't buy happiness, then no matter how much money you make, there will be no happiness to be found. More importantly, there's also an association with unhappiness or lack of happiness when it comes to money. And if every single day we're doing something for the sake of creating money flow in our lives, wouldn't that association of not having money being able to be associated with happiness be a problem? It is. And if you think about it, all of us learned that phrase somewhere. And so associated with that belief is a story. That's what we called a money story. And most of us, when it comes to this statement, has a bad money story associated with it. Some kind of experience, some kind of a social or familial or cultural interaction that basically establishes that particular phrase, money can't buy happiness, into our neurology, and it's usually not a good thing. I would venture to say for this happy snack today is to challenge yourself to think about, what if money can buy happiness? What would that then look like? And what I'll also challenge you to think about is that the reason why most people have like to buy into that money can't buy happiness is because they have yet to define what happiness actually is for them. In the work that I do a lot and our team does a lot with our students and clients, it's always about defining those terms. But let's break it down. Instead of saying money can't buy happiness, let's say that money can buy the ingredients needed to help you create the happiness that you're looking for in this life. Now, another reason why it's easier to just buy into the truth that or a truth or make it true that money can't buy happiness is because we don't know what happiness is for ourselves. See, that is the core reason why money can't buy happiness. Such an easy thing to say, oh yeah, of course it doesn't. Money can't buy happiness. Well, think about this. If you don't know what happiness actually is in your life or how you uniquely define happiness in your world, it's not just money that can't buy happiness. Nothing is going to really take you to that place because it's a moving target. It's so nebulous. Are you happy? I don't know. Well, what's happiness to you? I don't know. Well, of course, money can't buy happiness. Now, that being said, there is no happiness store where you can go in and say, here, I want to buy that happiness off the shelf and that happiness off the shelf. But for most of us, there are ingredients and components that we can use money to buy, which will then facilitate ease in creating more happiness in our lives. So, in a way, yes, money can buy happiness. You just have to understand how to use money as a tool to help facilitate more happiness in your life. Money can't buy happiness itself, especially happiness that you have yet to define. So here's what you do with this happy snack. First, find out what kind of story and what kind of association, most importantly, if it's a negative association, you have with that phrase, money can't buy happiness, how you learned it, where you got it from. Then take the time to define what happiness is and see what then money can do to buy the components you need to help create that happiness that you define. The key thing here is the more time you take, the more energy you put into really getting clear on what happiness is, the easier it's going to be for you to use money to buy the components and ingredients necessary to build that recipe, to build that strategy, to create that happiness for you. So, hopefully you found that happy snack around money can't buy happiness to be helpful. Would love to hear your thoughts and comments below on where maybe you learned that phrase, money can't buy happiness, or maybe how you define happiness to be and how you have actually used money to create real, true happiness in your life. Would love to hear that. Other than that, I will see you in the next Happy Snack at Noon.